In all video games, items have a wide range of use from offense to support. Monster Hunter has items that solely affect the hunter, like potions and ailment remedies, but there are also items designed to hinder the monsters. These interactions have many layers as there are universal effects alongside unconventional side effects. My name is Monster Hunter, and I guarantee you know someone who tried to flash a blind monster. In today's video, I'll be discussing items and their unique interactions with monsters. Of the many items present in Monster Hunter, only a handful or two can affect monsters. Most of them are exclusive to the hunter as they can heal and buff or be used as materials for other means. Items that do have an effect on monsters either deal direct damage or can inhibit them. The different types of hunting support items are non-lethal bombs, barrel bombs, meat, and traps. Non-lethal bombs are paintballs, tranq bombs, smoke bomb, poison smoke bomb, flash bombs, sonic bombs, and dung bombs. Jesus Christ. Basically, anything that doesn't deal considerable damage. Paintballs mark monsters in pre-5th generation games, and tranq bombs capture low health monsters and traps. But the real breadwinners are flash, sonic, and dung. Flash bombs blind monsters for a set duration that decreases with every affliction. While the explanation provided only lists blinding, they can also be used to topple airborne monsters. This can affect monsters who fly, like Rathalos, but can also affect monsters who go airborne for whatever reason. Sonic bombs emit high-frequency noise that can affect certain monsters. This is primarily used to startle monsters with sensitive hearing both above and below ground. The usual suspects are ones that dig as they are forced to emerge and remain toppled for a short duration. Dung bombs cause affected monsters to leave the area sooner. Of course, this is used to separate targets, remove a non-objective monster who stumbled in, or force the targeted monster to a different area. But it had a secondary use. Prior to 5th generation, monsters had attacks that would pin the player. You could either mash your way out, have your allies stagger the monster, or throw a dung bomb to release yourself. Barrel bombs are of the lethal variety, where they deal damage upon exploding. Obviously. Not much more to say about that. Meat, particularly raw meat, can be used as a food source for carnivorous monsters that are exhausted. Not only does it restore their stamina, but it prevents them from leaving the area when they're exhausted. Additionally, raw meat can be combined with various materials to create status-inducing meat that inflicts poison, paralysis, or sleep. Poison may not matter too much, but a free paralysis or sleep is always preferable. Traps immobilize monsters for a short duration and come in two forms: pitfall and shock. Pitfall traps share the same animation of monsters toppled out of the ground by a sonic bomb, while shock traps mimic paralysis. Similar to flash bombs, the effectiveness decreases with each subsequent trapping. As straightforward as they are, items can be used beyond their basic function. These can have varying effects, with the most common of them being unique interactions, interruptions, and immunities. Unique interactions, under my own definition I suppose, are effects that don't occur in the overwhelming majority of monsters. These deviate from the usual response that would be incurred, as the effect is exclusive to a particular monster rather than being shared between the species. Flash bombs typically blind monsters, but they're capable of moving and attacking in random areas. Velocidrome and Kulu, at least Kulu in World, suffer greatly when blinded. Both monsters are left immobile for most of, if not the entire effect duration. Even while being hit and caused to flinch, they're likely to return to being immobilized. Sonic bombs are mainly used for monsters that dig, like Velocidrome or Diablos. However, there are other monsters that are affected without having to go underground. Yian Kut-Ku and Lagombi have great hearing, and as a result, are affected negatively by sonic bombs. Yian Kut-Ku will be immobilized briefly while standing upright. Once this ends, it will immediately enrage. Lagombi is also affected by sonic bombs, but has a limit of 3 uses. When standing or using certain attacks, it will freeze in place before hanging its head. If airborne, it will be knocked out of the sky. And lastly, when sliding, it will be toppled. Barrel bombs have a unique interaction with Nibelsnarf, where certain attacks will allow it to eat the bomb. After a short duration, the bomb will explode and allow you to remove Nibelsnarf from the sand. In addition, barrel bombs are loud, and as a result, can act as a sonic bomb as well. Traps also have unique interactions with certain monsters. Zinogre is known to enter its supercharged state manually. If it gets caught in a shock trap, it will be immobilized briefly, but supercharge immediately at the end of the duration. While these unique interactions may be few and far between, you can still coordinate the use of your items to take advantage of these instances. Interruptions are any effect that prevents a particular event from occurring. Rather than the basic or unique function, an interrupt is meant to stop an action or attack much like a flash bomb would affect an aerial monster. Despite being so rewarding, the window for these opportunities are extremely narrow and certain conditions need to be met. Some monsters, usually elders, have attacks that can be interrupted with items. Akantor and Ukanlos both have powerful breath attacks that requires them to deeply inhale before firing. If the hunter manages to throw a sonic bomb at the right time, it will prevent the attack and briefly topple them. Immunities are monsters that are unaffected by items through factors like current state and biology. These are not the only reasons a monster will be immune to something, but are the overwhelming majority. Current state refers to their base, enraged, altered, or exhausted state. When enraged, monsters usually gain an immunity to items that would affect them in base state. For instance, Diablos is known to be popped out of the ground by a sonic bomb while it's digging. When enraged, it no longer suffers from this issue except in World and Iceborne. This is a trait shared by many other monsters. Other monsters can only be trapped dependent on their state, like Nargacuga, who is only able to be pitfall trapped when enraged. Biological immunities are appendages, parts, or other factors that prevent the effects of items. Two examples are Gore Magala and Gypceros. Gore Magala cannot be blinded by a flash bomb because it clearly has no eyes. Meanwhile, Gypceros cannot be flashed as the crest on its head emits a bright flash. Its eyes probably developed to protect against bright lights, I guess. It is also immune to shock traps as its skin is considered to be rubbery, as indicated by its item descriptions. With all that out of the way, I'd like to present you with every single unique interrupt and immunity interaction in the series so far. Except for Frontier, because I have not played that yet.
罠にかかったぞ。いつでも爆破でき目標発見。罠にかかったぞ。罠の準備完了だ。罠を展開した。罠が発動。このままだ。うまくいったぞ。ここまでか。
Items can play a crucial part in your hunts outside of their generic function by leading to openings caused by their special interactions. Special thanks to my boy Ruby, who helped me with the footage for Yamatsukami. You might never see this monster ever again, but I did say all of them, and I'm a man of my word. Hopefully you learned something from this. My main goal is to present a topic, give it more depth, and allow you to use the context clues based on these subjects to help with your future hunts. I'm tired, I've worked too hard on this, and I'm going to rest before the Game Awards. Because if a certain monster gets revealed, I'm going to release my hit piece video on it. If not, I'll hold on. I'll hold on for that. Anyway, until next time.